The ZEISS Secacam is way more than just a trail cam. With AI animal recognition, brilliant night images in color, and one place to store all your data, the ZEISS Activity Hub. Let me show you what's behind the innovation. Welcome to the ZEISS Expert Talk. My name is Liam Hess and I'm the product owner of the ZEISS Secacam app. As a product owner, I'm working closely with designers and developers and all other people around at ZEISS to create meaningful and exciting features for our users.
I'm Benedikt, and together with my team, I'm responsible for the R&D of the digital services Hunting in Nature. As head of digital services, I ensure the implementation of the roadmap, which in the end means understanding the requirements of the customers in detail and making sure to find the right technical solutions for it.
Hi, my name is Dennis. I'm a machine learning researcher in the ZEISS Corporate Research Division. My day-to-day is to create AI-based computer vision solutions that power a multitude of products at ZEISS. My job in this project was to develop the animal recognition for the Secacam platform, and also I supported development of colorization in that project. So my job meant writing code, training ML models, creating the data that we need together with our domain experts, but also consulting with our cloud and app teams in order to ensure a robust and scalable solution.
In today's world, everything is getting more and more digital. The ZEISS Secacam is a way to digitalize your hunting ground. Before that, you had to go physically to your hunting ground to take a look at what is going on there. Now with the ZEISS Secacam and the ZEISS Secacam app, you have a gateway to look directly into your hunting ground and get insights you never have been able to get before. As the product owner of the ZEISS Secacam app, I was able to work on some really exciting features over the last year, including the AI animal recognition that allows you to see what is on your images and also be able to filter for those images, the color the night functionality that brings color to your black and white night images, and also the new exciting Activities Hub feature that brings you all the insights you need in one simple page you have to look at. So let's dive deeper into the AI animal recognition. What is this feature about and what can you do with it? So basically the functionality allows us to analyze your pictures even further, spotting where the animals are and which animals are on there. So we can present you those information to help you plan your next hunt.
During the R&D of the animal recognition, we faced two major challenges. The first is getting high-quality data, and the second is getting that data annotated by experts, ideally hunters. Coming back to the first challenge, the high-quality data, what does it mean? High-quality data means not only having a high quantity of data, it also means getting data from as much cameras as possible, showing the different scenarios out there, and also covering a longer time period. The second challenge is typical for developing AI solutions. Annotation takes time and a lot of experts, in that case hunters. It's one thing to build a model, but another thing to bring it to the customers.
The basic challenge of recognizing and categorizing animals in images is something that's more or less solved in the AI world. I mean, distinguishing cats from dogs, that's the most prototypical thing a neural network can do. However, for us the story was a bit different. In the trail cam world, we often have animals that are recorded at night, far away from the camera, obscured by vegetation, and also blending with the environment. There are often cases where even a domain expert would have a hard time detecting or understanding if something is a red deer, a roe deer, a fallow deer that's kind of hidden or blended within the image. From the start, we kind of knew that generalist solutions like ChatGPT or also any other out-of-the-box solutions would not really solve the problem well and lead to a satisfactory result for our customers. And so we decided we need to build our own solution basically from scratch. Behind our animal recognition is really a team of AI models or neural networks where each of the team members has a specific task to solve. For example, there's one model that just detects if there's an animal in the image and where is the animal. Then there's another model that's responsible for categorizing the animal, so finding whether this is a deer or a boar. And finally, we have another expert model that detects distinct parts of the animals, such as the antlers of the deer. These networks are created or trained by showing them a lot of example data. That means some human expert, in our case that means a hunter or a wildlife expert, has already created a lot of data sets or a lot of images where it was marked where is the animal, what kind of animal is it, and also where the distinct parts of the animal are marked. This is the training data, and this is then fed into the neural network so they can learn to tackle the challenge. It's important to note that these neural networks don't run on the trail cam itself, so not on the device, but they run in the cloud. The image that's taken in the forest gets sent to the cloud, there it's processed by the neural networks, and then the result is sent back to the user. This way we can ensure that the devices are very energy saving and can run for months in the forest. Our neural networks are trained with large quantities of data that we collect in the literal wild from Secacams that we have deployed in the field. So we get data from the Bavarian forest down to some wetlands somewhere in Sweden to cover a broad variety of data.
During the R&D process, we try to get feedback as early as possible from the hunters, for example by doing dark launches. What is a dark launch? A dark launch is an early release for a limited group of hunters. For example, during the dark launch of the advanced animal recognition, we got early feedback from hunters that some animal classes are missing and other animal classes are often mixed up. That helped us to improve the model very early before releasing it to the public.
The most important data samples that we have for our neural networks are the hardest ones, so the ones where the animal is barely visible or where you really need domain knowledge to make the distinction whether it's a red deer or a roe deer. So here it's valuable that we have access to a wide partner network of wildlife experts and hunters, and some of these hunters are even ZEISS colleagues who also happen to be seasoned hunters. For us, it was truly inspiring to work together with our colleagues here and see how they strive to make a good product as possible, and also really want to create a great experience for their fellow hunters. So within our research division at ZEISS, we created our own integrated machine learning platform called Deep Vision. This allows us scalable data collection, training, and evaluation of our models. And this was quite valuable also in this project. For example, when you try to create high-quality annotated data, the problem is that even a domain expert can make mistakes, being unsure what kind of animals they see. So here it was useful that Deep Vision allows to distribute images to multiple domain experts, collect their feedback on the same image, and consolidate basically their answers into one ground truth answer, one answer that's most probably right by incorporating the feedback of multiple of those experts. So here it was quite helpful that we had these state-of-the-art capabilities with Deep Vision, but also ensure that all the data is kept safe and secure on ZEISS-managed infrastructure and servers. So to keep improving our solution, we constantly monitor both the inputs and the outputs to our models to see if there are any shifts in distribution, if what our model says changes over time, or also if the input data changes for some reason. And by this means we recognize if something is off and we need to check the model for any challenges. At the same time, we also constantly create new annotated data sets together with our wildlife experts, and these data sets are then used to retrain the model and create new iterations which keep getting better over time. Also, we have some strategies to find the most challenging cases for an ML model. The model learns the most if the challenge is hard. And finally, for the future, we have the plan to also incorporate user feedback. So if the user sees that something is wrong or has a better idea what the animal is about, they can report this back in the app, and we will then include their feedback into the next training runs of our models.
What are the use cases for it? So imagine you are a novice hunter and you're maybe not 100% confident in identifying a game. The AI animal recognition can really help you to identify the animals, train your abilities identifying the animals, and even if you're maybe not seeing an animal on the picture, allows you to really spot it where it is located and where you can see it. Another big achievement with the AI animal recognition is the ability of filtering. So now with the Secacam app, you can easily select a filter for the animals that you're most interested in. So imagine you have a lot of pictures from wild boars, rabbits, deers, and you're only interested in the wild boars. So you can easily just filter for wild boars and see all the images that are interesting to you.
Our customers want to know what's going on 24/7 in their hunting ground. But the valuable information is not the image itself, it's the data that can be extracted from the image. So if an AI can detect if there is an object at all in the image and which animal it is, this is the valuable information. Together with the metadata of the image, like the timestamp and the location, we can build advanced features like filters, statistics, and dashboards. That's why the animal recognition is the foundation for all the digital services we build in the future.
Now coming to the color the night functionality. This is also a really exciting feature that we were working on that basically takes your black and white night images and colors them in using a reference picture from the day. So you might know that our cameras do an invisible flash so that the animals don't get scared or get attracted by the cameras. This flash is based on near-infrared light, which is not visible to the human or animal eye. The downside of the near-infrared light is that no colors come back to the camera. Therefore, all the images are black and white and lose maybe a lot of contrast and details that you would have on a normal day picture with normal light. To encounter this problem, we came up with the solution of coloring in the images artificially using a reference picture from your day images. This basically allows us to reveal more details that might have been went under in the missing contrast, and also making the images more pleasing and more engaging to look at.
Color the Night is basically a neural network that takes in a black and white infrared image which was taken at night and imagines sort of how this image would look like during the day or with colors. So somehow it needs to assign a color to every pixel in a black and white image. The challenge here is that this information is just not there. In a black and white image, we don't have the color. For example, if somewhere in the scene there would have been a plastic barrel, it could have been a red barrel, green barrel, blue barrel, and we would still get the same infrared black and white image. So what a network has to do, it has to use context knowledge and background knowledge to make a guess what the color of the pixel will most likely be. What we can benefit from in case of the trail cams is that often we saw the same scene already during the day. The trail cam sit at the same location, so we saw the scene, the night scene during daylight as well, and even under different conditions, like in the morning, in the evening, covered in snow through the seasons and so on. And the network can use all this information to make the best possible estimate what some color for a given pixel would be. Now, more challenging is, of course, if something comes in like an animal that we haven't seen during the day. And there the neural network has just learned what is the typical color for certain animals at certain stage of their development. And it uses that information together with structure, background features to again try to find out what the most likely color for the animal would be. What an AI actually does is it works like a skilled photo restorer, who also doesn't have that information, basically what would have been the right color, but he uses information that he sees in the scene to guess what would be the most likely color and assigns that to the pixels in the scene.
What is the Activity Hub about? With the Activity Hub, we tried to create an intuitive and easy way to get all the insights of your hunting route. Instead of going through all the pictures, counting the animals, counting the sightings, and try to spot patterns, we provide you an easy report to get all the insights of your hunting routes. What patterns are there? Is the amount of animal sightings increasing? What are the most active days, the most active hours? Which cameras feature the most images of what animals? So we try to answer you the questions when to go and where to go. We are already working on making the Activities Hub even more intelligent than it is right now. So, for example, you have a big group of whiteboards in front of your cameras. They can produce quite a lot of images in a short amount of time. So what we are working on is an algorithm to really narrow it down to the real amount of sightings that happened in front of the camera and not just counting the pictures that we have there. We are also adding a lot more overlays and information on top of the current Activity Hub so that you can get more insights into your hunting route and plan your next hunt properly. How does the Activity Hub really work? Through the animal recognition, we already know what animals are present on the images. We also know at which time they were taken and at which camera or the position of the camera. With those information, we can count the amount of sightings, know the time it was taken and the location it was taken. This really allows us to use some graphs that allow you to easily spot the patterns without going through all the images. Our goal is to ensure a really great user experience for all of our customers. For that reason, I'm always on the lookout for new exciting features that we can add to the app, but also ways where we can improve the UI and the general performance and stability of the application. During the development of the application, I'm in close contact with hunters from whole of Europe, from within and outside of ZEISS. Those hunters give me some valuable feedback on how we can improve the application and which features we should add in the future. So what's next? We are constantly working on improving the application and building some new exciting features for you. We are all wishing for some more advanced and more intelligent push notifications. We already brought filtering to the gallery, so now it's time to bring it to the push notifications as well, so stay tuned. That's it for this deep dive onto the ZEISS Secacam app and how we are bringing AI power into the wild. From the smart animal detection to the all-in-one ZEISS Activity Hub. This is just the beginning.
So, now you know our latest AI features. Try them out and get our ZEISS Premium Service Plan. It's free for the first month. Check it out.
Do you want to learn more about our products and see some behind-the-scenes content? Feel free to subscribe to this channel. Thank you for joining and see you at the next Expert Talk.